So, hi Jerno's Comics. We're doing this video to enter your contest of winning a bunch of comics, the big grand prize. We're broadcasting all the way from pretty much across the globe from Tel Aviv, Israel. I have my daughter here with me, Gal. Gal, say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Good. We're going to try to answer your 10 or do your 10 assignments, or 8 assignments, sorry, and maybe win the prize. So without further ado, let's get started. So number 1, though, what's number 1? Here, right? Briefly show off how you store your comics. Okay, so I need the cameraman to help me out here for a second. So this is basically how I store my comics. There's these 3 shelves here. We're all Marvel fans here in the family, but my comic collection is basically X-Men. This is pretty much the only thing I collect. So you have these 3 shelves here. This one is Uncanny X-Men run of like volume 1 to 270 or so, I think it reaches here. I basically use the trade paperbacks as like separators that say, so I can sort of orient myself. So for example, if you see the Mutant Massacre trade paperback here, so that means like the Mutant Massacre run starts right over here. So if we take like one of the books, it's going to be the Uncanny X-Men 211, which is the second one of Mutant Massacre. So this is the Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 run. Down here, you see the Uncanny, the continuation. I think it goes all the way to like 290 or something. Then you have X Factor. That's a trade paperback. So X Factor starts here. Then it's the New Mutants. So New Mutants would start here. It's 1 to 100. I don't have all of them, but most of them. Some Wolverine stuff here, as you can see by the trade paperback. Now to this top one, there's a bunch of random ones here. I got all my Deserts here. I think it's 1 to 42. That's the entire run. Some Alpha Flight ones. These are, what are these? I don't remember. Oh, a bunch of team up stuff. X-Men team up comics. These are the What Ifs. I got a bunch of What Ifs. I love What If comics. And then these are just a bunch of X-Men Spider-Man ones. So like I have the first black suit Spider-Man here, Amazing Spider-Man 252. That's basically it. It's these 3 shelves and that short box up there. Okay, I think that's a tour of the comic collection. What's number 2 here? Who is your favorite portrayal of a comic book character on screen and why? Okay, so I think for this one we have to choose Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman. Basically because 2 things I think. One is her name is Gal, like Gal over here, my daughter. And she plays Wonder Woman, and the women in this house are big Wonder Woman fans. So we just have to give that one to her. Number 3, what comic book first brought you into the hobby? Okay, so the first comic book I ever got, which I guess you could say brought me into the hobby, I didn't start collecting when I was that young because back then in Israel, we didn't have any comics or comic book stores or anything. So there was really no way to collect or even read. But still, that's the first one I got, so I think it qualifies as an answer here. I basically got a batch of comic books from a few uncles that came from the US to visit, and they gave me a bunch of different ones, but the only one I have to this day, let me just bring it up here, is this one. Here, go, I'll show it. It's X-Men Volume 2, the 91 series, number 24. So this is the actual one I got when I was like 10 years old. One of the batch. I got a batch of comic books. So I think this qualifies as an answer. It's what got me into the whole comic thing. Number 4. What's your favorite superhero of all time? I think for me, the answer would have to be Wolverine. I really liked Spider-Man when I was small, but I think Wolverine has to top it. I mean, especially when I was watching the X-Men animated series and all of that back in the 90s. Yeah, I have to say Wolverine. What's your favorite superhero? מה גיבורה אהובה עלייך גם?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Why do you like Scarlet Witch? למה את אוהבת אותה?
כי יש לנו משחק בנינטנדו בבית של מרוויל ואני משחקת כסקארלט וויץ'.
איזה משחק?
מרוויל הוא אותי מצליים.
Okay, so why do you like Scarlet Witch? Because she really likes playing her on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on our Nintendo Switch. She plays that all the time now, and she always just plays Scarlet Witch, so she's really grown fond of her. Okay, cool. What's your favorite supervillain of all time? For me, I think the answer would have to be Magneto. Sort of sometimes a good guy, sometimes a bad guy if you read the comics. So, but the whole two sides of him and everything, and being the X-Men legendary supervillain, that would have to be my pick. Gal, what's your favorite supervillain? מה הסופר נבל האהוב עלייך?
Thanos.
Thanos. Why Thanos? למה?
יש לנו כפפה שלו בבית.
וזהו?
ואני חושבת שהיא ממש נדירה.
Okay. הכפפה נדירה? Okay, so Gal says Thanos. Why Thanos? Because we have his gauntlet at home, and she thinks it's a really cool gauntlet. So, we have like the Infinity Gauntlet, this huge thing. Actually, it's not at home. I think it's at my work desk. But we have it, and she really likes playing with it whenever she sees it. Okay, cool. Number six. What's your favorite universe? Okay, so growing up, definitely my favorite universe / franchise was Star Trek. But as I got older, I kind of got sick of it. And I think from some point onwards, that would have to be Stargate. I really, really like the Stargate franchise and series and everything. It's kind of died down now. So I don't know if there's any fans left, but I think that would have to be my favorite universe. Number seven. So, what's your favorite MCU film and least favorite, and why? Okay, favorite MCU film from me would have to be Infinity War, because that film, I walked out of the movie theater and I was just like, what the F just happened? And that caught me totally by surprise. I couldn't digest it for quite a bit afterwards. Really took me out of it a blow, so I have to give that one top marks. Least favorite? I think Thor 2 would probably be my least favorite. It was kind of dull, and I think I might have fallen asleep through the first time I watched it, so yeah, I think that would be my least favorite for The Dark World. Okay, number 8 and last. Who are 3 YouTubers that we should all subscribe to? Okay, so I'm just going to give 3 that I subscribe to that I guess are my top picks. Kind of obvious choices maybe, but okay. One is the John Campea show. That's kind of an obvious one, but okay. Second pick would be the Den of Nerds, Josh from the Den of Nerds. They have the Den of Nerds live show. It's pretty cool. Really like listening to that one. And my third pick would have to be DSNY Newscast. It's a really cool channel too. It's about Disney stuff, the parks, Disney Plus stuff, and stuff like that. It's a really cool channel. So those are my 3 picks. Obviously, we should all subscribe to Jerno's Comics, but I was assuming you meant kind of a present company excluded kind of thing. So with that, I think we're done with all of the 8 questions. So that's a wrap for us. Thank you for this great contest, and see you soon, and let's say bye.
Bye.
Bye.